2.
Wibble Wobbers, Robbett here. Welcome to Robbett Watch 26, Yo Donut's Scramble Battle. There's some decently exciting additions to the game, so let's get to it. First up, Tengu and Tigappa come to the crank. Surprise, surprise, they're both poppers, but they're S ranks and it's cool to get new yokai added in. Both of them get bonuses in the event, but we'll talk about that later. Also, Blazion Awoken is back in the crank, but just for this week with a bonus in score attack. This Scramble Battle's food is donuts, and the teams feature the classic yokai, Palisol, Lady Longneck, and Boyclops, all well known to enjoy donuts. In addition, the hidden stage yokai are Sheen and Snee, 2 A ranks, 1 a popper and 1 a direct attacker. The rewards will look familiar to you if you've played the previous scrambles or seen my videos. Unikirin, the mythical digital god horse, is top prize for the first 5 in each team, and then it's Uncle Infinite for the top players a little lower. If you don't manage to befriend Snee or Sheen, they alternate as the rank 26 to 100 reward each phase of the Scramble Battle. We're mixing it up this time and jumping right to the crank. That's right, big pile of Y money. Maxed out crank. Well, mostly. Let's see what we get. Other than the aforementioned Blazion Awoken, Tengu, and Tigappa, you'll see the crank is identical to the previous week's event. We still have the addition of the A and B ranks as well as partial soul secrets. From the last few events, I've managed to max everyone out with the exception of Robbett F, Komajiro A, Jiba Koma, and Darkinyan. I conducted 100 cranks, for science, and mainly got Robbett F. Darkinyan was the first for me to max out, then Jiba Koma, then Robbett F based on a combination of previous pulls and these. However, it's Tengu coming in at crank number 33 as our first new yokai. Tengu looks like a red smurf with really long hair and platform shoes, and he's a center popper with a 650 attack stat. Tengu shows up again at crank number 40 before Tigappa brings down the house at crank number 42. Tigappa looks like, well, all the other Kappas except with tiger stripes, and he's a vertical popper with a 695 attack stat. Overall, having to get through those A ranks, I end up pulling both Tigappa and Tengu a total of 3 times each within 100 cranks or 3%. The good news is that if you love Robbett F, he's going to love you back. A lot. Alright, the Scramble Battle works identically to the others, so I'm not going to cover any of the mechanics. However, I am going to cover the 3 new yokai found on the map, including this lovely lady who isn't listed in the notices. She's Jembelina, her face is well loved by Picasso, and she's a rare encounter throughout the map. She also has a special ability to crash the app when you try and feed her. Just kidding, that was weird. Ultimately, other than finding her, she doesn't seem too tough to befriend. No, she isn't a rearranger. That would be too on the nose. She's a stunner, because she's confusing. On to the hidden stages. At least in this first phase of Scramble, all you have to do is beat the bosses with the bosses in your own party and you're good to go. First up is Sheen. Before we get too deep into this, realize that these are not your ordinary hidden stages. Sheen has 26,000 hit points and he does 650 damage with every hit. You can totally beat him like I do here. Well, I'm not paying too much attention and I even need to continue. But you're going to do a lot better if you happen to have Tengu. As in, Tengu at Soultimate level 3 will basically knock him out with one Soultimate attack. It takes me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 attempts with 4 heart food before Sheen joins my team. Sheen's a single attacker, and as an A rank, his 474 attack means he's not amazing, but still, single attackers are a thing of beauty. He's also brave, so there are a lot of good attack boosting options that will give you tribe unity. The other hidden sage is Snee, same unlocking conditions, different boss. One thing you might notice here, and in the previous battle, is that I brought Venoctawoken in my party. Given he's got a good attack and stun, he's a decent option to prolong your chances. Snee does 450 damage per hit, but his countdown is only 3 seconds instead of the normal 5, so he hits much more often. He also has 31,000 hit points, so you need to respect the Snee. Tigappa is your friend of bringing down the Cursed Warrior, and at Sultimate level 3 you can do it in one Sultimate attack. It takes me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, forget it, 33 battles with 4 heart food before I befriend him. Snee is a horizontal popper that, if you read his description, searches the world for blood. Not sure why, but he does. He's almost impossible to befriend, so you'll be out for blood as well. We've got the usual rewards you can claim as you make your way through contribution points, but more importantly, no, I'm serious, event missions. We have event missions. Where have they been? Not sure, but they're here, a bunch of them. Check them out. You can even get Scramble Battle coins, which is what all the cool kids want. Alright, one last thing. Remember how Tigappa at Sultimate level 3 can defeat Snee? Well, I haven't gotten him much past level 3, but editing magic, blah blah blah. Despite Tigappa being a popper, you can find ways to flood, and I'm not even using Slurpin here, and use the Snee damage bonus to do some pretty snazzy things. Well, actually only one snazzy thing, really high scores. And high scores mean big Y money. I didn't go all out for this run, and yeah, that says almost 18 million points. That's 2600 Y money. Best grinding stage ever. I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, please subscribe to me on Twitter and YouTube for the latest Wibble Wobble and Poonie news. Until the next video, good luck with the crank.